All right, we started a series not last week, but the week before. And we had Mother's Day last week. And I love it. Patrick did a fabulous job on Mother's Day. And one of my favorite things he said was, I don't know nothing about mothers. But he was able to give us some insights and inspiration. So if you missed that, you might want to check that out. And so what we're doing is we're working on the one of the promises of Jesus. And I'll just go ahead and read it for you quickly out of the Aquarian. It's very familiar. I know you know it. And here it is. I say to you, ask firmly, and you will receive. Seek trustingly, and you will find. Knock earnestly, and the door will open for you. For all things are yours when you ask, not as a begging man, but as a child. You will be satisfied. If a son of man knows how to give to his children, how much more does your Father in heaven know how to give to you? So we understood that, and we talked a lot about that the first week, how we've interpreted that as, God loves us and to receive. And then we went over the some greater insights into ask. It was ask feeling one with God, feel sincere intention, surrounded with the energy of what you're seeking, and ask for your joy and happiness. Has anybody been adding that to their prayers this past couple of weeks? God, I want it because I want to be happy. I saw one hand go in the air. Congratulations. There's a couple more. Okay. So these are things that, remember when I shared with you in the beginning, this is a scripture that Patrick, we were teaching New Testament, and when he hit that part to teach, and he was teaching it and just downloaded on me. There are 3 levels of initiations. So the first level is the asking level, where we understand and begin to realize and know that God's love surrounds us and that we are in the love of God. Watch that video too, because we did a little visual for you. It was good. Okay. So, and Jesus said, my peace I leave with you, my joy I leave with you. Ask. So that's the first initiation. Now we're moving into seek. Seek, a level of initiation that takes you beyond asking. It takes you to investing for something greater. Seeking is a desire to connect, experience something. You're seeking something to bring your energy into, something that you want to experience that you don't currently have. When we are asking, remember we're in the receivership. We are growing our consciousness, but it's a slow roll sometimes. We have to grow to be able to receive. When you are seeking, there is an energy investment. You guys feel the difference? I'm going to seek now. Have you ever sought for anything? Have you ever looked for something? You have to participate, don't you? There's a movement. So, Spirit said the disciples could not have gone out on the mission that he sent them. Remember, he sent them out 2 by 2? They could not have done that, nor could they have gone on their mission after he died if they did not first understand ask. Ask. If they did not first understand that they were supplied. When you know you are supplied, it gives you the impetus to now seek. If you don't know you are supplied, you're not going to seek because it's scary. Because you can't be assured that you be guided, you can't feel that love surrounding you. Do you with me? So these are levels of initiation that level up. And you may level up on one and come back and level up again, but we actually start with knowing that God has us, and then we move into the seeking. So his disciples knew, that's why he sent them out 2 by 2 with no money. Take no money, take no clothes, take nothing, take no food. Just go, trust God, and seek your mission. I'm not telling you where to go. Invest your energy, find where God's leading you, to whatever house you're going to whatever synagogue you're going to whatever energy you're going to. You see? Have you been asked to do that? I think all of us are at some level, at some point in our lives. But I want you to just be aware of the energy of investment that's required. And when you're investing, you know God's got you. Because I know how to ask. I'm investing, I'm always going into a space I don't know. It's an unknown space. Right? because I've never been there before. I'm seeking something that I don't know. I don't own it. It's not in my repertoire. Are you feeling the initiation? All right. Okay, our needs are met because we know what we're doing. And then when we are seeking to bring something into our world, and there has to be movement toward it. We've got that, right? You have to move toward it. You can't just say, yeah, I'm seeking wisdom and understanding, and let me read that book I read before. I'm seeking to know God greater, but I meditate only if I want to manifest. If I want to manifest something, I'm going to be talking to God. But to know God, I'll let God call me. Do you see the difference? If you're seeking something greater, there has to be a movement toward it on your part. How many of you do want to get to know how to manifest, and you're meditating and it happens and it's great, but then do you get up the next day and meditate? Do you get up the next day and meditate? Does meditation become a part of your every single day? Because you're seeking something greater. If it's part of every day, there is a seeking involved in that. You get it? Okay. I don't want you to feel bad if you don't, though. Because you may be still learning asking, and that's fine. All right. When Jesus was seeking his guidance for his next step, he would always pull away from teaching and healing, and he would go apart so his entire energy could be focused on investing in what he needed to hear. Do you hear what I'm saying? Jesus would literally pull away and go on the mountaintop and meditate. He would meet the masters and meditate when he was seeking guidance for what his next step was. He went on vacation to the ocean. He said, don't tell anybody I'm here. Tell nobody I'm here. I am here to seek connection with God greater by the mighty ocean. That's what I want. I want to be and feel God because the beginning of my last year is upon me. And I want to know and have the greater energy to walk through this. He moved toward that. And we know the story. His host, what did she do? Told people he was there. And of course, he did some healing. But his intention was to connect at that greater level. We think that he always walked around like instant manifestation, instant connection. And I'm sure that's true to some level. But his soul as a human, his human soul needed spiritual support as he began to go deeper and deeper into this mission. Do you not realize that as you walk your path, doesn't your soul need more and more support as you're going along? Don't you need to understand things deeper and deeper? Okay. So he would sit in silence, he would sit with the masters, and he would pull in to get the strength, the vision, and the energies that he needed. Again, I'm going to say this 5 million times probably today. To seek is to invest your energy and move forward. To invest your energy and move forward. There has to be forward motion involved. So, you want to move towards something that you want to become a part of your world, and this is the growth of your soul. If you acknowledge you don't know it all, you are able to seek. If you know it all, you're never going to be able to seek. Do you hear me? If you need to be in control of your environment, you're never going to be able to seek because it takes you into the unknown. And unknown is not always comfortable, is it? Unknown can be quite interesting. When I was just this week, and I'm asking Spirit to talk to me, sometimes something will pop up like, God's always talking to me. And like I just opened up my phone and it was on a page and this woman said this and I don't know who she is. And I went to, who is that woman? I don't know who it is, so I cannot give credit. But it was something that I think Spirit wanted you to hear this morning. So are you ready? Okay. The woman said, there are people who live 90 years and there are people who live 1 year 90 times. And I know you've heard it before, but for me, it just anchored in. Asking is good, but it's a slow roll of evolution. Seeking is when we actually turn on that gear to find our soul. And you're going to seek something different than I would. And how many of our years were the same? How many of our years are the same? And we're not seeking something greater and higher. I thought that was pretty profound. Had y'all heard it before? I thought it was pretty good. So, we can seek mentally, we can search for understanding, we can search for emotional balance, we can search for a better way of life here, we can search for spirituality. We seek higher connections, we seek a knowing of self. Do you ever seek a knowing of self? We seek a knowing of God, we seek ways to contribute our light into the world, we seek knowledge. So I have one young man I know of, I want to just share this real quickly, because I think it gives us an insight. He was working, trying to find his way in the world, contributing, trying to find a way to make money and do good and create a family or whatever his goal. He wasn't married at the time, but just, he had that dream. And it was hard and it was difficult, and he was not having space to feel fulfilled. It was hard. And one day he said to me, you know what I've decided? I have decided that I am going to get a job and I am going to give everything I have to make that company I work for successful. I'm going to show up every day and I am going to make them a success. Totally different energy than how do I find my way in the world and how can I pay my bills. Do you see the difference? And the first job he got was interesting and he worked really, really hard, but his idea was, and he kept it, I'm seeking a place where I can invest and help them be successful, make them so successful. And then I think it was the next job he got was with a huge company that did not need him making them successful. It was a big company. But he took the attitude with him. I'm going to make you more successful because I'm here. And they hired him on a whim, and he started working, and it wasn't too long before they were dumping all their problems on him because he was taking it and making a success of it. He was handling things other people couldn't handle. And they moved him into being the troubleshooter. If they had a problem, they'd send him over there. Fix it. Because his mindset was, I am investing for your success. And over time, in the genre that he works in, he's gotten an award several years in a row for being the best at that little thing. And the big bosses see him, even though it's a huge company. The big bosses see him because of the energy of the contribution and his attitude toward that company. He was seeking to find a place. He changed his seek. I want to find a place where I can plug in and thrive and contribute and be successful and help them. The main thing was for them to be successful. Do you see? And it took a minute to get there, but he kept the vision the entire time. So he has that experience. What will he seek next? We don't know. Maybe he'll hang there for a while. Maybe he'll seek a higher level of that. But it is a point of seeking to contribute and moving forward even when you don't think there is receptivity. And in the beginning, with the first period of applying it, there might not have been. But you guys get the picture? Okay. So when we start to seek, we're actually changing the quality of our soul. We're bringing down a greater aspects of us. We seek God diligently. We ask about the unknown. So I was just going to share quickly. When you are at the level that you are wanting to have an experience and you are seeking to have greater knowledge or wisdom or whatever it is that you're seeking, experiences, relationships, you will see everything about it, which means it's not all pretty. It's not all pretty. If you want to start understanding something, you'll see the depth of it. You'll see the pluses and the minuses. You'll see the this and the that's of it. But if you stay in forward motion, remember what your goal is, stay in forward motion. I want understanding, you'll get understanding if that's all you want. If you want to have experiences of feeling more empowered, that's what you'll get. A teacher one time told the group she was speaking to, I had brought her down from Unity Village to speak at a church, and she said, please never ask to experience to own unconditional love. Please never ask that you master unconditional love, because you will see the drudges of society, and it will be hard. And I listened to that, and I thought, why wouldn't you want unconditional love? Well, yeah, the journey began. So it gets modified. I want to seek now God's love moving through me. I want to seek now unconditional love in me. I don't need to unconditionally love the world. Because if I unconditionally love my world, it flows to the world. You see? So you will have those moments where you have to decide, what is my soul learning here? And how can I come to peace with this new movement? I tell you this because it takes a courageous person. You have to have a certain amount of courage to move into those spaces that are unknown. But if you know how to ask, once you seek, you're supplied. You guys with me? All right. Until we're willing to invest our energy in the unknown, we will never know who we are. And that was from Spirit. You will never know your greatness. You'll never know your capacities. You'll never know who you are. All of you, as I look around, I know a lot of your stories, and so many of you have jumped out of a level of consciousness into a knowing, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm going to go anyway. Because Spirit's telling me, I'm wanting to go, I'm looking for something, and you have jumped. Right? Do you ever thank yourself for that? Do you ever acknowledge the courage it took to do that? We walk with God around us and we say, yeah, it was the Father within that did it, and that's true, but you are one with the Father within. And start looking for the blessings of that journey that you've been on. And maybe it's time to seek for something else. Maybe it's time to take another level up. You know? All right. I know people call me a little bit interesting with some of the stuff that I have asked to do. But, you know, when you ask to learn about the fairies or the angels or disembodied spirits, you get to learn. You get to learn. It opens for you. So it's not because I don't do it because I do it because I asked. It's part of my soul. I sought it out. It was part of me. You're doing something for you, and if you want to learn that, ask. Seek that too. All right. Metaphysical Christianity, we are always about growth and understanding. We're always about finding that greater space of truth for us. When we are on our soul path, we are always walking in the unknowns on this earth plane. But our soul knows there was a plan for something, and we are willing to put those feet down and keep moving. Because we're going to learn something fabulous, and we're going to grow. So, investing our energy, it's easier to ask, that's true. But investing means you don't cash out. This isn't a stock that you invest in, and if the rate goes down, you sell. This is an investment that you stick with. You invest and you hold, and you keep moving. And that investment will eventually manifest into the experience that you sought. It will eventually be that payoff that you're seeking. So, who you are is greater than who you are today. Everything that you desire to seek is on your path. Everything that you desire to seek is on your path. The initiation of seeking is your first step in truly understanding the empowerment of being a child of God. Because we move from child to adult. We move from child to co-creator. We move from child to emissary. And you are fully realizing what you are seeking to develop within you, and Spirit can move you in a heartbeat wherever you need to go. because you are prepared, because you are investing in your soul. It's very easy to talk about, isn't it? It's challenging sometimes to do. But it does help us, our uniqueness grow, and helps our contribution become more specific. We are now going to go within and anchor these thoughts. So just put your feet on the floor and take a breath. Father, Mother God, I ask that you bless each person who hears my voice. And I ask that each feel a beautiful calm of light come over them. And I ask that your love engulf us, Father. And I want you all to take a breath, take a deep breath in, and see the column of light over you. See a beautiful color of energy. And imagine that you are transported now to just a space of safety in your heart. It may look like a beautiful meadow, a garden, a space of safety in your heart. And I want you to begin to realize that your life is exactly as you want it right now. Everything you're experiencing is perfect for some reason. But ask for Jesus to open up the vantage point so you can see. Is there a calling? Is there something further, something greater, something unknown that your soul seeks to express? And if you can sense it, just breathe it in. Breathe in the vibration of your heart. Breathe in the vibration of what you would seek to invest in your world. See if it already feels a part of you. Let it just anchor within. Feel your love going out. Feel your life perfect as it is. And realize that as you move, you can create a greater sense of you. Breathe, send your love into the space. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. So from your heart to your chair, how do you feel? Because it is one space. So say, yay, God.